My name is Emmanuel, Ajitere Emmanuel. I want to welcome you to today's webinar, Multihexa College. Today, I have with me my colleague, Bhumika, who is a representative in North India. Together, we'll be hosting you guys to discuss about Multihexa College. Please stay tuned to us, and if you have questions, kindly save the questions also till we get to the questions and answer time. Don't forget also, as we have mentioned before, that we'll be having on-spot assessments today as well. So please keep tab and listen and enjoy today's section. Once again, you are welcome. Now, I hand over to Bhumika for this presentation. Bhumika, over to you.
Thank you so much, Emmanuel. Good afternoon to everyone. I am Bhumika, the marketing manager for College Multihexa. In today's session, I will be briefing about College Multihexa, talking about our campus location and the programs that we offer to the international students. Today is an on-spot offer letter session, so any student who wishes to study at College Multihexa and wants to get his profile assessed, we will be doing an on-spot offer letter. We will be issuing an on-spot offer letter. So make sure to share your educational documents with us so that within 24 hours of time, we can issue the offer letter to the students who would be meeting the admission requirements of College Multihexa. With that, I'd like to begin with today's session. First things first, I'm going to talk about the location of our campus for Multihexa College. We are located in the North Quebec region, and the city where we're located is called as Saguenay. Saguenay is also called as the cultural capital of Quebec. It is also known as one of the development hubs in the northern Quebec, since we have a lot of industries and factories set up in the region. We are in the northern Quebec, and we're pretty close to Quebec City as well as Montreal. So we're approximately two hours away by road from Quebec City and 4.5 hours away from Montreal by road. So let's talk about the college history. Multihexa College was established in 1986, and till date we have trained more than 5,000 students across the entire Quebec, not just from the city Saguenay, but across the entire Quebec. The building that you see in front of your screens right now is the very building where our campus is located. So basically, the ground floor of this building is occupied by College Multihexa, whereas the rest of the building and the rest of the floors are occupied by a couple of IT companies, which are a business partner of our college. So we basically share this building with IT companies as our business partners so that we can help our students in terms of their internships as well as for their full-time jobs. We also have a lot of tie-up with other IT companies that are located in the same region, as well as from overall Quebec, in terms of the placements for the students. Moving on, we have a small classroom setup with approximately 20 to 25 students per class so that we can maintain our ideal student-to-teacher ratio focused on efficient teaching and learning. All of the programs that we offer at College Multihexa are approved by the Quebec Ministry of Education. Since Quebec province is the French-speaking region, the international students get the opportunity to reach on campus and learn French on campus. And they also get paid by the government to attend French classes. The minimum wage rate would be $15 an hour to attend the French classes. Moving on, the best thing about the city Saguenay is its low cost of living with efficient transportation and affordable housing options. So Saguenay can be considered as a blend of urban city as well as nature. Since we have a lot of industries and factories and IT companies set up, we can of course call it as an urban city. And we have a lot of forests, waterfalls, hills, lakes, and valleys on the outskirts of our city where the students can enjoy a lot of recreational activities such as climbing, kayaking, cycling, skiing, and fishing during a variety of seasons while their stay in Saguenay, Quebec. Here's a quick video from Saguenay. So I'd like for you to enjoy this video and the beauty of our city.
city with a lot to offer. A dynamic city. Saguenay, a city surrounded by spectacular nature. It's a city that offers an unparalleled quality of life with more than 146,000 inhabitants in a vast area where we do good business. Saguenay is known as one of the best cities in Canada for industry and plantation. Situated in the heart of the province of Quebec, it's the regional metropolis as well as the hub for development in northern Quebec. There are several ways to get to Saguenay. By land, with a safe 4-lane divided highway. By boat, with its 2 modern deep-water ports that are accessible year-round. And by plane, with the Saguenay-Bagotville Airport, the most active regional airport in Canada in terms of flights to sun destinations, welcoming more than 100,000 travelers per year. The Canadian Forces Base Bagotville is also located there. It provides an important link between the Canadian and American National Defense Forces. With its diverse industries, Saguenay boasts a highly qualified and skilled workforce, known for its stability and productivity. Benefiting from the presence of Rio Tinto Alcan, the second largest aluminum manufacturer in the world, Saguenay is known for being the aluminum capital of the world. With its 4 production centers, 3 research centers, and multiple processing plants, Rio Tinto Alcan provides more than 10,000 direct and indirect jobs. With its thousands of businesses, Saguenay offers more than 70,000 jobs to its citizens through its industrial parks and commercial arteries. Its logging industry represents 20% of Quebec's production. The city works in conjunction with exploitation, sawmills, and paper mills. It's the biggest timber reserve in Quebec and has over 500 active businesses in the sector, including 9 major ones working on the first stages of transformation. With its 16,723 hectares of agriculture, the agri-food industry represents 9% of Quebec's businesses. We process dairy products, meat, potatoes, and wild blueberries. Saguenay can provide the majority of its own electrical energy needs. It benefits from an experienced workforce in the sector where manufacturers and engineering firms share their knowledge with others around the world. The city also offers complete healthcare and education services with 3 hospitals, a university, and 2 colleges. The Université du Québec à Chicoutimi boasts several research centers and chairs and several faculties, including a faculty of medicine. A majestic fjord, a land of adventures and wide open spaces, a rich cultural program, and a must-see tourist destination. In addition to its low cost of living, the city is one of the safest in Canada. The city enjoys a peaceful and tranquil atmosphere, which allows the population to feel safe, an important aspect of well-being. With its legendary and unrivaled welcoming spirit, friendly population, vast areas, and numerous waterways, not to mention the snow, lots of snow, Saguenay is a destination of choice where we do good business and life is enjoyable.
So I hope everybody enjoyed a quick, beautiful video from our beautiful city, Saguenay. Moving on to a little more facts about the city. So Saguenay is a city which is approximately in the area of 1,280 kilometers squares, approximately 3 times as big as Montreal, with a very limited population of just 1.46 lakh people. So we don't have crowded public places. We don't have much traffic on our roads here. It's a decent lifestyle that the international students can definitely enjoy. Lots of availability of lands and availability of open spaces for the students, and availability of a lot of part-time jobs for the students at the same time. So we have a very high quality of lifestyle to enjoy in Saguenay at a very reasonable price. To give you an idea about the living expenses, and housing costs approximately $375 per month for a shared room, which will include the rent for the apartment, the electricity bills, and the Wi-Fi. And a student can manage his groceries in about $200 to $300 per month per person. So we have these convenient local buses that runs around in the city covering the industrial, commercial, and residential areas locally, which the students can take and go from one place to another very conveniently by just getting monthly recharges done in their bus passes. So it's quite convenient. It's very cost efficient to stay in Saguenay while you study. And there are about a number of places for which are famous for tourists. So this place right here is known as downtown Chicoutimi, where you'll get to see a lot of historical buildings. We have a lot of museums around, and a place called Port Village, where we have ships and cruises coming in for export and import, which also generates a lot of part-time jobs for the students. These are the places where the students can go for shopping, and some highlights from the residential area from around the city. We have low-heighted, beautiful mountains from just 40 minutes of distance from the campus itself. The students can enjoy a number of activities such as bridge crossing and skiing from around in the city. Uh, just like you watched in the video, we have world's second largest aluminum extraction plant set up in the city, and a number of development factories as well, where the students can again apply for their part-time jobs. So we have a number of part-time jobs such as salesman, receptionist, cashier, or factory worker available in the city itself, which offers approximately $13 to $21 as the wage rate per hour, depending upon the type of job that the student chooses. So here's, if you, even if you, look up on your devices, say your laptop and your phone on internet, for the opportunity of part-time jobs in Saguenay, you'll come across a number of websites and portals providing you a lot of options to pick from. So I have shared a quick screenshot from Indeed.com here for your reference, where you see that there are a number of jobs available, and the salaries are also mentioned against these jobs. So you can do your research. I'm sure you'll be finding your answers there. Moving on, I'd like to talk about the programs of studies that we're offering at the moment. So the first program that College Multihexa offers to the international students is AEC Programmer Analyst, which is a 2 years diploma program, after the completion of which the students will be eligible for their postgraduate work permit. The students can apply for a number of jobs such as web developer, database manager, and mobile developer. And at the same time, if they apply for a full-time job after the completion of their program, they can get the jobs for up to $42,500 of an average salary on a beginner level. So that's amazing. Moving on to the second program, we have AEC Network Manager, which is again a 2 years diploma, after the completion of which the students will be eligible for their 3 years of postgraduate work permit in Quebec. And they can apply for a variety of jobs such as IT advisor, network administrator, and IT technician, for which they can make $39,975 per annum on a beginner level. So both the programs offer a variety of jobs to the students in the IT sector. Now, I would like to talk about our admission requirements and our fees. So for both the programs, the upcoming intakes available are May 21 and September 21. And currently our application fee for May 21 and September intake are waived off. So in case you would request an offer letter from College Multihexa, there's no fee, absolutely no fee that you have to pay for it. In terms of academic requirements for all of other viewers who are watching me from Africa, we require a minimum of C6 in O-level tests, either through WAEC or NECO. So our current tuition fee per annum is $11,800, which is a discounted tuition fee. Initially, this was $13,800, but currently for May intake, we're offering a discount of 2,000 Canadian dollars to all the students. And you can come and study with us at such affordable fees. Okay, moving on to some of the local employment opportunities. So basically, these are the IT companies that are located close to our campus. And the students can easily apply for their jobs and internships in any of these IT companies. Not to mention, Quebec is the only province in Canada which has the maximum number and the biggest IT companies located in the state itself. So there are about 1.4 million job options in Quebec itself, starting from year 2021 till 2026, because we have a lot of IT companies set up in our region. So that gives an opportunity to a number of jobs for the IT students. Anybody who would like to ask any question, please don't raise your hands. Just put it up in the Q&A section. We will be getting back to you very, very soon. Moving on, I would like to talk about our internships and our class schedules. So at College Multihexa, we provide all the programs with internships. So all of our programs are 100% completely internship-based programs, where there is an internship for 3 months towards the end of your program, which is very much compulsory for every student to take. And there are classes for only 3 days a week, most probably on weekends. That would be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So now what happens when the students undergo their internships, they actually get trained on how they're going to actually perform while they're working at a workplace. So if they perform well, 90% of the time, the students are offered jobs at the same place, which leads to a good placement rate for our College Multihexa. So we have got 85% placement rate so far, and our graduates are pretty happy with all of the options that they get after the completion of their studies. College Multihexa has also been recognized and supported by the major IT companies such as Microsoft and Cisco, because our college makes sure that we include their research projects and we share that with our students so that they can do some learning from them as well. We already have a number of international students studying with us, and we will be happy to welcome more. Moving on to the international student services, we definitely provide the airport pickup facilities to the students from Saguenay Baggageville Airport. With that, we help them for their places of accommodation, for their part-time jobs. We definitely help them for their internships, and we make sure to support them till the time they're employed at a full-time job right after the completion of their studies. We also help them in providing their SIM cards, their bank accounts, and their SIN numbers during their stay in Canada. So we make sure to help and support our students in the initial stages until they're settled in the new region itself. I'd also like to talk about some of the PR perspectives for IT students in the Quebec region for Canada. So any student who will be taking up at least 2 years of program in IT, and with that, if a student has got a full-time experience with an IT company for at least 6 months, this makes the student eligible to apply for a PR in just 2.5 years, which is very quick. So any student who's looking forward to settling up in Canada, especially in making his career in IT, then I think this is the best chance for the students to take on. Now, I'd like to hand over to my colleague Emmanuel to take forward our today's webinar and pick up the questions that we have received from our participants for today.
Thank you so much, Bhumika. That has been a wonderful section, and I'm very sure our participants must have learned new things, especially about Multihexa College. So right now, without wasting much time, we move straight to the question and answer segment. So I have lots of questions here. Thank you, participants, for sending questions. Please continue to send more questions as we have my colleague here to answer all your questions. So the first question here, Bhumika, is there application fee waiver?
Yes, of course. Just like I mentioned in the webinar, we have an application fee waiver for our May 21 intake, which will be closing soon by March 20. So if you wish to enroll, then now is the time to share your educational documents with us for assessment.
Okay, so participants, we actually have application fee waiver at the moment. So if you have any students who are interested in any of the programs mentioned by Bhumika, please, you can submit your documents to us today. Another question I have here with me is there scholarship for our students?
At the moment, we are offering a student grant, or I should say a student discount in the tuition fees, which is for 2,000 Canadian dollars for all of the students for May 21 intake. So we don't have any scholarship at the moment. We have an even better thing to offer to the student, which applies to every student, irrespective of their scores. So that is what we have at the moment, and every student can benefit from it.
Okay, can you please explain more about the grant? Is it a grant students would get immediately after they submit their application or when they become a student? And is it something that is measured by their performance in school and the rest?
Oh, well, it's very basic. It's simply a student discount. Any student who will be depositing his tuition fee, instead of paying $13,800, they just have to make a payment of $11,800. So they get a discount and they don't pay 200 Canadian dollars. So simple as that. There's no requirement for it as such.
Okay, so once you submit your application, you are eligible for these grants we just mentioned. This is a beautiful thing. Okay, another one we have here is, does the school allows instrumental payments?
Well, yes, we provide that flexibility at College Multihexa. Fortunately, the students can get the letter of admission from Multihexa College by just depositing 50% of their tuition fees, which for current scenario for May 21 intake will be 5,900 Canadian dollars.
Okay, okay, so we allow instrumental payments. Okay, another one that I have here is, do we require the English test?
Well, since Nigeria is a country which is English speaking, so we don't be looking forward to the English test scores from the students who will be from the region Nigeria. So that won't be a prerequisite at all.
Okay, okay, thank you for that. Then another one I have here is, do we have custodians for minors?
Well, the answer here would be no.
Okay, and is there a way we can help our students when it comes to custodianship? Because I know I used to have, what's so called? We used to have students who need custodian. Is there a way Multihexa can help students when it comes to getting a custodian, either a private one, if the school does not have one?
Well, we only prefer the students who are at least 18 years of age or above, and we won't be able to help the minors here.
Okay, okay. So perhaps if you have any students who need a custodian, we're sorry, we might not be able to assist you to get custodian at Multihexa College. Okay, another one says, this one is coming from Obilight. It says, are students required to pay the full annual tuition before visa?
Well, like I said, there is an option at College Multihexa where the students can deposit only half their tuition fees and they can get the letter of admission from us, which is just $5,900. So the minimum payment that each student has to make in order to get the letter of admission, to be able to secure a visa will be $5,900. That's it. If you do not want to pay the 1 year tuition fee in total, then it's completely fine. You can just pay 5,900 and that will be fine.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And I have another one. Okay, she's saying they have a student already whom they want us to assess their document. It said it said we have a student with this result. Okay, the student wants to combine the results. Okay, it says in WAHEC, the student had a B3 in government, which is good. He has a C4 in mathematics, which is good. And in NECO, he has C5, which is good. And in commerce, the student also has C5. It says, let me know the course you can offer him.
Emmanuel, are you going to answer this question?
Okay, let me go ahead and answer it.
Well, yeah, I was just expecting for you to answer this. I mean, I would like to mention one thing, and that would be we really don't look forward to specific subjects when it comes to taking an admission in Multihexa College. We are genuinely looking forward to the students who aspire to, make a career in IT, and that would be the only prerequisite. Otherwise, we're just looking forward to having the minimum scores mentioned in the eligibility for Multihexa. I'm just going to put on the same slide back on. Yeah, so this one.
Okay, so participants, if you're seeing this, if you're looking at the background, at the screen, you will see the requirements we actually need at College Multihexa for the HCS program analyst and the HCS network manager. For as much as the student has a minimum of C6, so the student is actually eligible. So you can just send us this document, the student's document, complete document after this presentation. Let me quickly mention that we actually require the O-level results, and make sure you also send a WAEC or NECO scratch card so that we can use to verify these results. If it's a good one, I mean, if it is a legal one, we have to verify it from the WAEC website or the NECO website. So if you are sending the WAEC results or the NECO results, for us to check the genuinity of the document you are sending to us, please include the WAEC scratch card. Okay, and outside that, don't forget to add the data page of your international passport. These are the basic things we need, and your CV, your curriculum vitae, your CV. These are the basic documents we need to process your admission. Okay, let me back to these questions. I have another questions here, and I think Abumika will be able to answer this one. It says, can I apply for my postgraduate studies?
Well, unfortunately, no. AEC programs are on the undergraduate level, and any student who's looking forward to do a post-graduation won't be able to apply at that.
Okay. So sorry about that. It's not a postgraduate program, but it's just programs that are opened for perhaps you want to add more skills to your skills and the rest. Am I right, Bumika?
I'm sorry, I couldn't catch the last line you just said.
I said it's not open for postgraduate students, right?
Yeah, it's for undergraduate actually. So I'm sorry if you've already done your undergrad, then that won't be something we won't be able to help you with.
Okay. What about students who wants to have another degree? Can they come for this program?
I'm sorry?
I mean, students that wants to have a second degree.
Second degree, of course, if a student who's a undergraduate wants to, do a diploma in IT with us, then definitely we can welcome him.
Okay, that is it. So you can just consider having this as a second degree to the one you already have. Okay, and that is that. Another question is, do you take credit transfer?
Well, yes, we do. And in fact, our credits are also transferable. So say you've studied at College Multihexa and earned 60 credits for studying here for 2 years. It'll be completely transferable to, if you wish to go for a further degree, then definitely you can have any university or college of your choice, and then you can study further for 2 years and complete your degree. That way you'll be making a total of 120 credits. So yes, that's the option available.
Okay, thank you. So we take credit transfer. Another one is asking a question. I think you have answered this question before, but I think we have about 3 questions together. The first one is, what is the high ELTS requirement? I think Bumika has answered this question earlier on. For students from Nigeria and especially from West Africa, the
Right.
English speaking West Africa, we don't require the English test. And another one is, how much gap? He's talking about the study gap now. Do we consider the study gap at College Multihexa?
Okay, so yes, this question is from the Indian viewers, and from Indian students, we do require IELTS, and the requirement for the same is 6 overall in your IELTS with only one module, 5.5. We are also accepting PTE, and for PTE, our requirement is 58 overall with no module less than 51. So IELTS and PTE students are definitely acceptable. We also accept the online test scores of Duolingo, for which we need 105 to 115 points. When it comes to gap, then yes, we do accept gap years of up to 5 years with justification. So a student who's got a justification for his gap years, up to 5 years, that would be okay with us. So yeah, I hope I've answered Shifali's question.
Exactly, yes, you have done justice to the question, Adam. Another one I have here is, do you take Cambridge A-level students?
Well, we do, but then why would this question be coming from Nigeria?
I think, I think over here we used to have, we have some centers that actually opened to train Cambridge A-level students. So some students will complete their
Um,
their A-level here and get a transfer to either Canada or to UK.
okay. Well, yeah,
We
that
have
should
lots
work. That
of
should work.
institutions that do this thing.
I'm not
So, with
100% sure on it, but yeah, I can say 70% that should work. But then just ask this person to share the documents with you, Emmanuel, so that we can give a final answer to this one. I'll speak to the team on campus.
okay, I think I already have a document of such with me, and I think I will share it with you immediately
Sure,
we are
sure.
done.
Please make sure to share your documents because
Yeah.
that's where the processing starts.
Okay, this one I think is concerning the pandemic. It says, what are the steps taken by Multihexa College to help students during this pandemic?
Oh, good question. So during this pandemic, none of the college in Canada is having on-campus classes at the moment. So even if the student is in Canada, he is attending the classes online from their respective places, wherever they're putting up. So that would be one thing. And the students which we are currently receiving, say from India or from different parts of the world, they have to undergo 14-day quarantine as per the guidelines of the government of Canada. So we are arranging quarantine places for our international students where they can continue to stay after they've completed 14 days of quarantine. We're making sure that they're reaching safe with the safe taxi that has got all sorts of uh, required amenities, to pick up students from the airport and make them reach their respective places where they would undergo the 14-day quarantine. um, Other than that, we are making sure that we get the groceries delivered at their respective places so that they don't face any problem for the initial 14 days during their quarantine. So yeah, basically, and in case of any medical emergencies, they can definitely reach out to the staff or any faculty member on campus. And we have shared all of their emergency contact details and all of the contact details that the students should be having from around the region in case of any sort of medical emergencies. So that's about it.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's a fantastic one. Okay, we move to the next question. Thank you so much for your questions. Please continue to send your questions. We are actually fully available to answer the question. That is why we are having this webinar. Okay, the next question is coming from Uluwale Oladunjoye. Thank you, Uluwale Oladunjoye. He said, as this institution is located in Quebec, will there be need for French exam?
A good question. So, since Quebec is a French speaking region, the students get the opportunity to learn French on campus and they don't actually have to pay to get the service. They actually get paid by the government to receive the service. So, I think this is one of the benefits. All of the students who are currently studying are undergoing French exam, which is not compulsory, by the way, but it is going to help you, interact with the local people in a better way. It'll help you connect with the local people in a better way. To study in Quebec, French is not important or mandatory, but to secure a PR in Quebec, yes, you have to appear for a French exam.
Okay, thank you so much for that. So when you come to our institution to study, you have the opportunity to take an English class for free. This will be paid for by the government. That is what Bumika is saying. Thank you so much for that information, Bumika. Okay, another question that I have here is, what assistance do you give agents when it comes to study permit processing?
Would you like to answer this one, Emmanuel?
Of course, let me quickly say this. Actually, that is why we are actually here on ground to give you information. I mean, to give you the first-hand information of what is requested, what the embassy actually wants from the students. That is why we are here for you. Apart from us helping you to process your admission, we are also here to help you give you the necessary informations that you need to get your students the study permit. So don't keep quiet. Whenever you have any question about what to do and how to go about it, please feel free to contact us and we are actually ready to assist you. Thank you so much for that question. Okay, this one is coming from Y to Go. Thank you, Y2Go, for joining us. Thank you. Okay, Y2Go says, for someone with a degree in computer science from Middlesex, London, okay, from Middlesex in London, he said, is the student eligible to apply? So I think, Bumika, please let me assist you with this also. Um, she has answered this earlier on, that when you have a degree, you can actually consider a second degree. You know, perhaps, okay, this person has actually studied computer science. Okay, yeah, I'm aware that computer science is a very broad course. So it depends on the part of the computer science the student has taken. So this student can consider some of our courses. We have ACS Programmer Analyst. That is for students who actually wants to major in programming, maybe that of a programming language. If it is Python, Java, talk about it. So we have these ACS Programmer Analysts that students can go for. And also, we also have the ACS Network Manager. So you can actually discuss these tools, interesting and very marketable courses with these students if you would like to take it. But I can tell you, we will definitely grant the students admission. Okay, now, Bumika, this will be for you. It says, how long does it take for offer letter to be released?
Good question. So, our turnaround time to release the offer letter is 24 to 48 working hours. So, say if you are sharing your educational documents with the application form completed, signed and fully intact today, I will be able to process the application, the offer letter for you within a day or two.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And that is a very, I think this is what Nigerians actually want. We want a very speed turnaround time, and this is very beautiful. So, there are some basic things you take home from this webinar. The turnaround time is 24 to 48 hours, which is very fast. And again, don't forget, application fee is waived. Okay, um, this one is coming from Ankita Thakur. I think these are some of my India friends. So I think Bhumika will be able to answer
Right.
this.
So again, the
Ankita,
question
thank
is
you
for
for joining us.
IELTS score. Again, I would like to mention Multi-Exa College accepts IELTS, PTE, and Duolingo. For IELTS, we need 6 overall and 5.5 in only one module. For PTE, we require 58 overall with no module less than 51. And for Duolingo, we require 105 to 115 points. So that answers your question, Ankita.
Yes. Ankita again has another question again, and let me quickly say a very big thank you to Ankita for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, and I think Bhumika will have to answer this one as well. He says, how many pay? He's talking about the GIC. He wants to know what is the
Well,
price.
Ankita, this is something that you can check on the official websites as well. I mean, but as far as the amount is concerned, you can pay from 10,000 Canadian dollars to up to 15,000 Canadian dollars for a GIC. So, I mean, that's completely up to the students' budgets.
Thank you so much, Ankita. I'm so happy you joined. Okay, another question we have here, it says, what's the lowest CGPA eligible for admission? Okay, Bhumika, please let me help you with this as well. Bhumika has actually answered this. Um, we'll be processing your admission with your whole level results. And the least we expect from your whole level is a C6, the last credit. Make sure you have more than the last credit. With that, we'll be able to process your admission. I think this question is coming from Oladunjoye Yetunde. Yetunde, thank you for joining us. So just send me your whole level result, the data page of international passport, and the whole level result checker. Then we'll process your admission. Less than 48 hours, you have your offer letter. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, this one is also coming from Obi Light Ogbonia. Obi Light, it says, can they combine two results for admission?
Well, I didn't quite get this question. What kind of two
Okay,
results are we supposed to combine?
okay, let me help you, Abumika. What we have here in Nigeria, the O level results, we used to have the May and the June or July. That is, we used to have the first one, that is the WAHEC, and the second one is the NECO. Some students who did not perform well in a particular subject, maybe in WAHEC, they would work hard to perform well in the subsequent one, that is the NECO. So this is what he's saying that, okay, perhaps I have written the two exams. I didn't perform well in the first one, but I performed well in the second one. Can I combine these results together? Actually, for most of our institutions, we do combine the results. So Obi, you're good to go. Just make sure you have more than C6. Thank you. Okay. Um, Obi is also still asking the question. He says, do you need a French knowledge? Since the school is located in the French-speaking parts of Canada, do you actually do you need to have French knowledge before you can get admission in this school?
No, but then, I mean, the students, even who do not know the basic French, are good to go. Of course, there are going to be some problem initially when you won't be able to communicate with each and every person who is staying locally in Quebec. But yes, there is, majority of the population in Canada, in Quebec region, which speaks English. English not so fluently, but then French fluently, but then you would still be able to cope up well. So even if you don't know the basics of French and you learn French after reaching on campus, that too completely free of cost, I would say, this would be again a good opportunity for the students, and you can definitely take it up.
Okay. Let me quickly mention this. I have this chat from VTN. VTN, thank you so much. VTN is one of our big agents here in Nigeria, and we have actually attended their Hedu fair some times ago. VTN, thank you. So VTN is requesting for the presentation after this webinar. Sure, I will send you the presentation, but we are ready to share it. I'm very sure you would like to share it with your students. We'll do that. Then this one is coming from Kingsley. Kingsley says, "Is this course open for graduate students?" Yes, if graduate students that actually wants to take a second degree can consider some of our courses. Okay. Then another one this one is coming from Temidara. He said, "Is there a PhD program in your school?" Oh, we're sorry, there is no PhD program. Then another one is 12 students from commerce background. Okay, I think they have students who is coming from a commercial background. Can they apply to this program? Bhumika, I think you can just help me with this.
Well, yeah, like I said, irrespective of the subjects that you have studied in your high school, whether it is science or non-science, it doesn't really matter. If the students are interested to build their career in IT with College Multihexa, we're happy to welcome them as long as they have a minimum of C6 in O-level
Okay,
tests.
okay. So we'll take you irrespective of the background you're coming from. Just make sure you have the minimum of 6 6. We will take the students. Thank you so much for that. Then this one is a request. It said, thanks, please can we have the marketing materials for these programs?
Yes, of course, Emmanuel will be sending email to all of you, and you can find the details of the college definitely. We also have a beautiful 360-degree campus tour, which, if Emmanuel allows me, I can show to everyone. Shall
Oh, go
we?
ahead. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm just quickly going to share my screen and show the campus.
Oh, this is a beautiful one.
Yeah, they're very nicely put up the whole campus in under just one link. You click it and then you check what the campus looks like. Okay, so this is the very much entrance of our campus. This is the waiting area, a nice little waiting area for everyone who will be coming in. Then moving towards the reception desk, we generally have Helen here who takes care of the reception work and creates offer letters for the students, the international ones as well. So here we have two cabins on the left and right hand side where Jacques, who is the president of our college, and Hugo, who is the director, they basically are found in these cabins. So this is a long corridor, and I'm just going to take you to one of our faculty rooms. So this is one of the faculty room where our teachers sit and prepare assignments for all of the students. Messy desks, some of them messy, some of them organized. We have a little printing area here. Um, Okay, moving back to the corridor. So, in this hallway, all the rooms that you see on your left and right hand side are the classrooms and the labs where the students will be practicing their IT skills, of course. Moving a little bit further, I'm going to show you one of our classrooms.
Okay, great.
Okay, so this is one of our classrooms. You'll find that we have computers on each and every desk since we are teaching IT to the students. Then we have all the basic amenities required on campus with us. We have made some changes on campus, so the new updates will be coming soon. So we have a little locker area and some spare uniforms here on the left. Moving towards the end of the corridor, we have a nice little cafeteria where the students can sit and enjoy their lunch. Um, so, so this is the cafeteria where the students can sit and enjoy lunch. We have coffee machines, microwaves, a vending machine for the students to have food if need be, a refrigerator, which is not much required during winters, of course, and then a waiting room here where the students can sit during their break time, maybe prepared for their assignments, prepared for their exams and stuff. Um, right. So this is again our campus 360-degree campus tour, the link of which will be shared with you by Emmanuel. Of course, you can share this link with your prospective students while you're providing counseling to them for College Multihexa. Do not forget to share their educational documents with us so that we can make sure to assess them and provide offer letters for your students on time. So that was it.
Wow. Well, that is a wonderful one. Thank you so much, Bhumika, for sharing that. And I think that is actually a very helpful one. So sure, would actually send you other promotional materials as you have requested a while ago. We will definitely do that. And every other thing that you need to make to do promotion, we'll send you that. Okay. I think another question that is coming here is please, my name is Olayon Juopayemi Alabi. Okay, please, since English, I think we've answered that. You don't actually, for students coming from this side, you don't need to have a knowledge of French. When you get there, if you want to take a French study, it is a free study. The government will pay for that, and you don't actually need the English test, either TOEFL or high IELTS from here. You don't need that. Okay. Then I've got Nigerians who receive visas to study. Oh, okay. Sorry about this one. Okay. Another one is there any MA in your institution? Okay, this is master's program. Oh, as mentioned earlier on, we don't actually take postgraduate students at the moment. We don't take postgraduate students. We don't take postgraduate students, but you can consider taking another degree with us, and we'll be ready to help you for that. Okay, I think that is that about that. Okay, so if you have other questions, maybe afterwards, you can actually contact me, and I'll be so willing to assist you and to answer your questions. Thank you so much for joining us today. A very big thank you to my colleague Bumika for helping us with these some of the answers to all these questions, and also to everyone who has taken their time to join us. All of us at MSM, we are so glad to have you. So please don't hesitate to share your documents with us. So at this point, we'll be calling it a day. Please feel free to just uh, contact me for any information that you need more about College Multihexa. And for as many of us that have a document, our students' document with us, also share it with me so that I can quickly forward it to the right person for processing. Once again, a very thank you to you for joining us today. So at this point, we'll be calling it a day. But before we do that, I want to quickly tell you about MSM, that at MSM, we operate as a country office for lots of institutions in Canada and USA. And one of those institutions is College Multihexa that we have brought to you today. You can follow us on all social media, either Facebook or LinkedIn. Just like us to always get our instant frequent updates. And as you do this, I'm very sure you will get a lot of information. Once again, thank you for joining us today, and do have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, I would also like to thank everyone for joining in today. We will be able to generate on-spot offer letters for your student. So kindly share the educational documents on my email or on Emmanuel's email. I'm just going to type in my email ID here quickly, Emmanuel, if you allow me.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So anyone requesting any kind of information can send an email to me on this email ID for Multihexa College. Emmanuel, do you want to drop your email ID as well in the chat box?
Of course. Of course. I'll do that immediately.
Yes, please. So anyone who's looking forward to receive any sorts of documents, information, or who would like to send us documents for assessment so that we can generate on-spot offer letter for your students for May 21 intake, and so that they can enjoy the discounts that we're offering at the moment, then please make sure that you do share the documents with us. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. So Emmanuel and my email ID are in the chat box. You can copy them. And with that, I'd like to say, bye-bye to everyone, and you have a great day ahead. Thanks again.
Yeah. Bye bye. Ensure you stay safe. Bye.